Welcome to Keeping It Real Finance, where we talk about all things finance. I keep it real with you guys, let you guys know how things are. I'm not a financial advisor, yada, yada, yada. These videos are going to be for entertainment purposes only. We're going to talk mad smack. You know what I mean? We're just going to have a great time when it comes to this financial world. And anything I find interesting when it comes to finance, from entertainment, stocks, crypto, whatever, I'm going to talk about it and break it down. Now, today, I want to talk about Dennis Schroder, right? I'm going to start off with my first video talking about him because he's an interesting case. He actually got Donkey of the Day. If you know who the Breakfast Club is, Charlemagne the God gave him Donkey of the Day. We're going to get into that in a second of who he is first, right? So, who is Dennis Schroder? So, if you hear his name in his last couple of days, he's an NBA point guard who played for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's 27 years old, and he's a week into free agency. So this is why he's trending. He did something that a lot of people talked about, and that's betting on yourself. You hear a lot of people say, bet on yourself, bet on yourself, bet on yourself. And typically, when they tell you that, they always tell you about the people who made it, like the Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, whoever, right? People who succeeded in life that bet on themselves. But you rarely hear the story of the people who bet on themselves and it didn't turn out the way they expected. In this case, for example, he bet on himself, but last year he was reported he turned down or reported, depending on what report you're going to read, between 80 to 86 million dollars. We're going to say 80 million dollars in this context for a 4-year extension for the Lakers, right? That's a lot of money. That's 20 to 21 million dollars a year, depending uh, on a deal. I just want $1 million a year, right? So he bet on himself, got a great offer, but he believed he was worth more. We always believe that we're worth more, but we have to be honest with ourselves and make an assessment. Is sometimes a bird in hand is worth more than two in a bush. You know, you hear stories. I think people say Scottie Pippen. I don't know too much about his story, but people say he got a bad deal overall. When you get into those long-term contracts, you might get less than what you're worth, but you have to kind of know your value, right? In this case, he said, nah, that's not enough. I think that's a great deal, but he said, no, I'm going to turn it down. Now, a week into his free agency, and reportedly his best offers is 5.9 million contract by the Celtics, and that's for a 1-year contract. That's a huge difference between 20 million dollars a year versus 5.6 million. So he's getting paid under $6 million for this contract. Now, that's the flip side when it comes to betting on yourself. Sometimes when you bet on yourself, you can win huge if there's a market for you, right? But other times, if you bet on yourself and you just don't have that name recognition, that brand behind you, it could turn out where you get a deal that's way less than you expected. This is basically almost 25% of what he was going to get on a yearly basis. That's a huge pay cut. That's like over half of what he's going to get over a year, like almost 75%. But one thing I would say, I don't believe he deserved Dunk You Today. I don't think he deserved to be part of these memes that people are saying about him. He took a risk and it didn't work. But at the end of the day, he's still winning, making millions of dollars playing for the NBA. Obviously, in the short term, it's not going to work for him. Maybe in the long term too, because man, it's going to be hard to hit that 80 million mark, getting paid almost six a year uh, for a 1-year contract. So anything can happen with him. But right now, I would give him. I'll give it to him for having the guts to bet on himself. I just wish he would have worked out for him. But I think use this as an example for your own life. Don't just look at the positives if you bet on yourself. Look at the risk versus reward, because it's always easier to negotiate uh, beforehand. Because once you're out there, right? So if you want to raise from a job, you want to go to another company, and whatever you want to do in life, sometimes it's better in to lock in those guaranteed rates and be happy with it. If he would have took that $80 million, he should be happy with it. The thing is, sometimes we're not satisfied with what we get. You have to be happy. Don't be a sore winner. If you would have took it, great, but you never know, right? And that sometimes will eat at you. The curiosity kills the cat, and now he lost 75%. It's the thing is, we just don't know what's going to happen, right? So use him as a cautionary tale. But whatever you do what's right for your life, your needs, your situation. Let me know in the comment section, was that enough? $80 million, which you would have taken that deal for 4 years, or would you try to bet on yourself and try to get a little bit more money? I believe they said reports that he wanted $100 million and try to get that little bit of extra in the free market. Let me know your thoughts below. Is he a fool? Did he do the right thing? Do you admire him for betting on himself? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, man. We really trying to grow this thing when it comes to keeping it real finance. Rock with your boy and smash that like button, man. Until next time, everybody, keep it real and don't be listening to them suckers, man. They'll tell you each and every time to bet on yourself, but uh, the balls to do it. You know what I mean? And then when you do it, they talk smack about you. They leave memes talking about you were a fool. So bet on yourself only when you believe in yourself, but always know the risk. At the end of the day, it needs to be your final decision because everybody's going to tell you to do something that they ain't got the balls to do. Until next time, everybody, peace.